than 2 weeks out from deciding the winner of the inaugural PBA playoffs here in Portland, Maine. And for the 7th straight week, we're inside bowling's Thunderdome Bayside Bowl here in Portland, Maine. Finally, the quarterfinals are upon us. Next week, it's Malott, O'Neill, Barrett, and Rash. But tonight, we feature 3 top 10 players, an international upset specialist, and the best bowler in the sport, your #1 seed, Jason Belmonte. And the atmosphere here tonight at Bayside, extra spiked because the baddest man in bowling headlines our show. Glad you're with us here. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer, Randy Peterson. Jason Belmonte has been all business here at the PBA playoffs. He's also been given the business to the entire PBA field all season long, right? 4 titles, including 2 of them at majors, as he continues his assault on the PBA record books.
Baddest man with a spear in his hand, Jason Belmonte, the #1 player in the world. I think the intimidation factor alone's got to be worth 10 to 15 pins a game. And here we see him win his record 11th major earlier in Detroit. The only player, Rob, that really hasn't played up to the crowd here at Bayside in Portland, Maine. Like you said, this guy's been all business.
He's been giving us that blue steel look throughout the PBA playoffs. But if you're looking for a dark horse,
absolutely,
may we offer up Chris Prather?
I'll tell you what, he's got the game, and now he's got the confidence to go with it. He can play any part of the lane. He can do anything he wants to with the bowling ball. He told me earlier that he's going to try to stay away from the jet wash that Belmo creates on the lanes. Look for Chris Prather to be completely away from any part of the lane Jason Belmonte's playing.
Let's take a look at our head-to-head. Jason Belmonte, 4 wins on the tour this season. For Prather, we're going to go back to March, where he won the first title of his career.
The #9 seed comes from Plainfield, Illinois. Give it up for Chris Prather. He'll be facing the #1 seed from New South Wales, Australia, Jason Belmonte.
Let's join Jason, Chris, and the 3rd member of our FS1 team, Kimberly Pressler.
Jason, out of all the players in the field, you seem least affected by this excitement and the atmosphere here. So how is it you stay so focused?
It's really difficult. I mean, these guys, you can't get any louder than this. I thought you couldn't, last time I was out here, but they've gotten louder. The idea is you just got to try to find that bubble around yourself, stay in there and make the best shots you possibly can, and then hopefully you can let off a little excitement and join in with them later.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Good luck. So, Chris, you are 1 win away from making it to the semifinals, but you got to go through the #1 bowler in the world. So what's going through your brain right now?
I'm just trying to keep everything slow, and I know it's going to be a tough match, so I'm just trying to put 10 good shots together, but it starts one at a time. These people are insane.
They are, and they love you guys. We're going to send it up to you. Good luck.
Yeah, Portland sounds like they're in the mood tonight, huh? Oh, there's Shark in the house here as the PBA playoffs continue here in this round. It's a race to 2 points. Win a game, get a point. And if we're tied at 1 apiece, we go off to a 2-frame roll-off. If we're tied after 2 frames, Randy,
another roll-off.
Another roll-off. And here's a look at the PBA playoffs oil pattern, sponsored by Firestone Complete Auto Care. Keep your car running newer, longer.
Don Carter in 39 feet. Look for Belmo to play that big hook. And Chris Prather, well, he's going to try to stay as far away from that as possible.
Prather up first on the left. We kind of have a nickname battle going on with Chris Prather. You and I, we feel very strongly that it should be Clark Kent. But the crowd wants Shark, so we'll give him Shark.
Well, I thought Chris Prather was going to try to play straight from out, but apparently the outside part of the lane is not allowing the ball to get back to the pocket, so he's going to play in. And this is Jason Belmonte territory. Just a little light leaving the 2-5. And you got to be careful with the 2-5. It's very easy to chop the 2 straight back.
2-5 taken care of 79% of the time. Prather takes a seat. And up steps your #1 seed. It's gotten to the point at every tournament, at every event, we just expect to see Jason Belmonte and expect to see him compete and win.
Expect to see greatness every time he takes the lanes, right?
He's given it to us multiple times already this campaign.
Ooh. Little hang down lane for both players. That's probably farther right as you see 3.9 at the break point for Belmonte. Probably a little farther right than he wants to get. Check out this angle, folks. Better have some rev rate to get that ball back to the head pin.
They chant clean your plate on these spare conversions. Plate cleaned and put in the dishwasher.
I've got a question for you the next time we see a ball path going down the lane. No, it's an easy question.
Can't wait. I'm excited.
Going with high road is Belmo. And going a little straighter on that lane. Ooh.
9 pin.
Well, a little bit straighter for him. That would be a big giant hook for me. In between third and fourth arrow.
And can you remember the last time we saw Jason Belmonte involved in the game when his opening 2 frames are spares?
No.
Do you hear what they're doing? They're doing what I did a couple weeks ago. Listen quietly, you'll recognize the song.
I can't understand it.
Strike for the Shark.
What were they saying?
They were singing Jaws. That was the Jaws.
That was Jaws?
Yeah, they got into it a little deeper than I did. I started very early. I really strung it out. Remember, I was like, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
That didn't sound like they were just singing Jaws.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well, Chris Prather switches balls after one shot, goes to a phase 2, and right over fourth arrow, and comes back with a nice strike right there.
Yikes.
And you have to ask yourself, how much is the residue of the last shot he threw on that lane where he went light?
Shark is turning into shark fin soup here.
Through the face, leaves a big 4, and then the 10 goes out late. His first shot, first frame on that lane, he came back, sat in his seat, shaking his head. That's never a good sign.
You know, it's interesting. You spoke with Chris before this match, and he said, nobody does the head games better than Jason Belmonte. And you and I kind of were like, what? I don't remember seeing head games from Jason, nothing verbal, whatever. And the only conclusion I could come to is just that his supreme confidence, his stoic look, and clearly the success he's had this season through his history is enough to intimidate.
Just his presence. How about that? Follows the same hit up. The only difference is that Prather was working on a strike. Belmonte was working on a spare, so Belmonte is going to lose count. This is going to get interesting. He hated that as soon as he let go of it. And again, remember, Belmonte went light his first shot, as did Prather. They both come back to those same lanes and go through the nose.
So an open frame in the third after a pair of 9 spares.
Look at all the processing going on that You can't hear, you can't see it, but it's happening.
Four-time Player of the Year. We're not too far away from updating that graphic to five-time Player of the Year. He's in the driver's seat right now, but he's trailing Chris Prather by 3 as we start the fourth.
All over the place right now.
I'm sorry. Will the real Jason Belmonte please show up? That's an imposter.
That to me is a sign of a player that's not very confident with their ball reaction.
This is bizarre. This place is stunned. So is Jason.
Listen how quiet it got. Now, the good news is he's working on an open frame, so he doesn't lose any pins. A spare's a spare, and he moves on. But the 1-2-4-7, not exactly the easiest thing to shoot.
Oh, that is a gorgeous cover.
Well, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Cover all 4 pins with a bowling ball.
Textbook. Prather getting ready for his effort in the fourth. Just burned a re-rack.
Let's take a look at how both players are playing the lanes here. Right around 4th arrow. Wow, what a great
That was
shot.
a good-looking one.
Wow.
So back-to-back for Prather.
Now the head shaker lane for Chris. I mean, this is gorgeous. Two shots on the left lane. Light 2-pin in the first. Through the nose for the 4-6-10 in the third. So here's the dilemma for him on the left lane. If he gets it a little too far to the right, it hangs. If he gets it going up the lane at all, it goes through the nose.
Clark Kent needs to get Jimmy Olsen on the case here and help him out.
That was close.
We're seeing a lot of head shaking tonight.
Close only counts in what?
Horseshoes and hand grenades. Andres Gomez in action later tonight versus Anthony Simonson. Still without a strike.
Well, the middle part of the lane has not developed yet, meaning there's not a lot of hold to help the ball stay on line.
I think the 4-pin is still bobbing back and forth. He didn't like his plant either.
Yeah, he's a little out of sorts right now.
This is not the Jason Belmonte you and I have seen this season. As poor as he's doing, he's only down 4 as he asks for a re-rack. Seemed like the body really kind of shot up high.
Yeah, he really stood up on that. And then looked down at the approach. And now the left lane. The left lane that he has to finish on. Left us a solid 9. And then whiffed the head pin.
Finally a party in the pit. Momentum for Belmo as we head to the commercial break, but so far it's Chris Prather working on an early upset, the 9 seed. Taking Jason Belmonte to the bank right now. Prather up 4 in game 1 of our race to 2 points. Win a game, earn a point. Win 2 games, you move on to the semifinals. Semifinal coverage coming your way Saturday, June 1st, noon Eastern on Fox.
He likes the right lane. He's perfect on it.
That's the good walk away.
Yeah. But this is the suspect lane. Last 2 shots for Prather on this lane have both gone high. Shot
Spare, open frame spare here on the left.
Yeah, his first shot went light, so not even close to the pocket yet. He's got to figure something out. I wished I could help. I have no idea what the move would be. Farther left and slower speed, maybe?
So the Shark takes a seat. As soon as we're done with the PBA playoffs, you know what I'm going to do with that Shark nickname? Crumble it up in the ball.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it, and then I'm going to find a lighter. And I'm going to light it after I pour a gallon of gasoline on it.
Because?
And then I'm going to step on it, and then I'm going to drive a semi over it.
Because you don't...
He's not a Shark. Yeah, he's not the Shark. We can do better than
he's
that.
Clark Kent.
Yeah. Belmo.
Oh,
That's the Belmo we know. There he is. Welcome to the match.
Now this ball goes out for burger and fries and then comes back with steak and baked potato. What a beautiful shot, and Belmonte takes the lead for the first time. Timmy Mack just looked up at the booth and said Belmonte's trying to roll it end over end more.
Timmy Mack, his tour rep.
Oh, he got around it. He got around it. You can see it. When you get around it, the ball spins more, it doesn't grab the lane as soon or as quickly. So just when he takes the lead, he gives it right back unless he converts the 8-10.
This feels like it came out a little faster than normal.
Yeah, and when the ball's spinning, it's going to be faster because it's not adhering to the lane surface. This is a bizarre opening game.
Yeah, none of this we forecast. Including the crowd, too, right? They had that extra hop in their step.
Yeah.
They're all jacked up to see the #1 player on the planet. Expecting to be blown away. Instead, they've seen spares and even an open frame. 2 open frames now for Belmo. It's far from over. Not only just this game, but the entire match. Again, win the first game, you get your first point. You win the second game, you get 2 points, and move on to the semis. If you split the games, that's when we get interesting. We go to that 2-frame roll-off. And sometimes you need more than 2 frames. We saw it last week in that epic showdown between Don Barrett and Norm Duke.
His good lane. Oh, gosh. Shredded the rack.
Sure did. Devoured that like a baby seal. Theme from Jaws in the background. You hear the crowd kind of chanting to it.
Good one. Good one.
Well, 2 in a row.
He found it. He found it, and then he executed perfectly.
His 5th strike. Here it is again.
Belmo in serious trouble.
Yeah, Shark is lurking right now.
He strikes out, he could shoot. He could shoot 2-0 on the button. Prather can strike out for 218.
Good shot. A little quick.
So much angle. that Belmonte's playing. Ball's going too far down the lane before it starts to curve back to the pocket. So this was a question I was going to ask you.
Yes, sir.
In looking at the ball motion of Chris Prather, would you call that a curve or a hook?
Oh, my goodness. What?
Let's just give game one to Prather. We're going to go to game two with Prather up 1-0.
What planet are we on right now? I'm sorry. Where am I? Are we in the right facility? Is that the real Jason Belmonte?
When was the last time you saw Jason Belmonte shoot 160 on TV?
Last time I saw him throw 3 open frames.
Staying with the same bowling ball, he looks over at tour rep Tim Mack. Tim Mack immediately goes and grabs another bowling ball. But in order for Belmonte to get another shot, he's got to make the 3-6-9-10.
This is strange stuff.
Well, he's going to try another ball, and I don't know if he's going to go to something weaker or stronger. But I'll let you know. He's going to something stronger. Actually, the same ball Chris Prather is using right now. And the crowd chants, ball change. Wow. Man, is he in trouble.
Not done. Clearly done game one. But how many times at the PBA playoffs have we seen game one go south, game two goes north, and it goes to a roll-off? Seemingly every week.
Rob, Belmonte hit the pocket 4 times that game. 4 times. He's in trouble.
Not that guy. Chris Prather's doing just fine.
Prather.
Yeah, he's benefiting from an unreal off night from the #1 player on the planet, Jason Belmonte. Can he recover in time to take care of Prather? Find out with us next on FS1. Welcome back to Portland, Maine's Bayside Bowl. Major upset. Prather took care of Belmo in game #1. Jason Belmonte with 3 open frames and a 165. The world's #1 standing by with Kimberly.
Thanks, Rob. So, Jason, that was an uncharacteristically low-scoring game for you. So what adjustments do you need to make in the next game to even this up?
If I'm really honest, Kimberly, I'm still not entirely sure what I want to do. I kind of feel a little conflicted on what to do. But whatever I do, I'm going to commit to it and, make my best shots. That last game was riddled with, bad shots here. And I didn't have a whole lot of confidence in what I was doing. So I've got to change that.
Does that include a ball change?
Like I said, I actually still don't know what I'm going to do. So as soon as I pick up a ball, whatever it is, that's what I'm going to commit to.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Kimberly digging, but Belmo not giving up anything. We'll have to watch and see what type of changes he does make.
Yeah, and I believe him. I don't think he knows exactly what to go with, but I do know that he's going to commit. Take a look at Jason Belmonte and his ball all over the place, not only at the break point, but at the arrows as well. And you look at how nice the grouping is for Prather. So, Belmo, whatever it is he's going to decide to do, Rob, you got to commit and you got to trust it. There's no way that you can make good shots, good quality shots, without being committed.
Last week you talked about your routine, and he goes through his routine here. But after the routine, everything is broken down for him.
He's moved right.
And he's right on.
He's moved to the right, changed balls, and is going much straighter this game. Or at least at the start anyway. Watch this. between second and third arrow. Prior to that, he was left of fourth arrow. A 12-board move to the right.
12 boards.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Matching strike from Prather. Here's this week's Every Night Flashback. Takes us back to the World Series of Bowling. Scorpion Championship. Prather, the fifth-year pro, took care of Kyle Troop, Bill O'Neill, B.J. Moore in the title match to earn his first career PBA Tour title.
Yeah, it was a great night for Chris, obviously, but he was the only player that really ever figured out the left lane. That's huge.
Four-pin took a shot to the back of the head and dropped.
Didn't Belmo answer. Playing lane's completely different. Now he's using two different bowling balls on these two lanes. We're using 14 and 15. That's why there's two ball returns. First ever PBA playoffs. Wow, deep inside.
Nothing but strikes here in game two.
Two completely different lines, Rob. That was inside a fifth arrow. A good 13 boards difference between the two lanes.
That's insane.
That's left of target and through the nose. That was 3 boards inside of the last shot he threw on that lane.
310 converted 57% of the time on the tour. Another open frame, fourth that we've seen here tonight from him.
He's showing us a little something tonight that we haven't seen in a very long time. That he's human.
He has been battling that finger injury. Middle right finger. Banged it on a ball back in Vegas, but he made it really clear to us. It is not an excuse. It's healed, it's better. Do I still feel some pain? A little bit here and there, but it's not getting in my way. I haven't seen the grimaces. It doesn't look like he's uncomfortable with the pain. I just think he's uncomfortable with the lanes and the ball reaction. And uncomfortable with what Chris Prather's doing to him, because Prather is perfect through 3. The shark is circling right now.
Well, there's chum in the water, and Chris Prather can smell it.
Asked for a re-rack. Up 24. Well, you can see it in his eyes, right?
Yeah.
No blinking, just bug-eyed open and staring at it. He was looking for a ham bone, and he wasn't even close.
Quick and to the right and leaves the bucket. The 2, 4, 5, 8. This guy's a really good spare shooter. He doesn't use a spare ball. He just flattens out the strike ball. He's going to throw it straight at it. Pretty good.
Time now for your Hammer Tough spare replay.
Think about the accuracy involved in that shot, throwing it that hard, and what the margin for error is like. Not much.
You need to see it slow down to realize just how difficult it is. You might say he's fortunate it's only the 10-pin.
Yeah, very.
I mean, he's only had one little pocket of success tonight. He struck in the 6th and the 7th. And he said, oh, here we go. The old Belmo's figured it out. And then he followed it up with
2 consecutive opens.
Yeah. A strong start here in game 2 with opening strikes and then an open frame. And now trying to get a spare here in the 9th. Just can't get it going. Can't get it out of gear.
Nobody bowls good with a bad ball reaction. And I mean nobody. Not Belmo, not Walter Ray Williams Jr., not Pete Weber, not me, no one.
Excuse me, Dave. Can I take a re-rack, please?
More quarterfinal action coming your way next week on FS1. Coverage begins at 9 Eastern. The Big Nasty, how about the run he's had here versus Bill O'Neill? Dom Barrett, a lot of folks rooting for Dom Barrett as he takes on your 6th seed, Sean Rash.
Down 20. And Rob, we'll give him the spare here, but I think at the halfway point of game 2, in order for Jason Belmonte to even up this match, I think he has to be perfect the rest of the way out.
Really?
I do. And when I say perfect, I mean every ball has to hit the pocket. I don't think he can miss the pocket again and win this game. And depending on what Chris Prather does in the 5th and 6th frame, he might have to strike out from the 6th frame on.
21-pin lead for Prather. Selected a couple weeks ago by the Portland Lumberjacks. You'll see him in action in July here, PBA League. That's why they picked him. You know, Randy, we talked at the outset of the broadcast, if you're looking for a dark horse to win the PBA playoffs, look at that man. Why?
Well, he's got the game, number one. Number two, he's now got the confidence. He got that wind under his belt, and now he knows that he belongs. But he's got one of the best games out here.
This is the first time bowling here in Portland for him. He's handled it pretty well. Did not handle that one well.
Hang on. See, and that's what Belmonte's faced with, and that's the first time I've seen Prather miss in. Everything else has been on a pretty good track to the pocket. Remember the last time on that lane, he left the bucket, but it was a bad shot and quick right. That one gets up the lane, and now it's 3-6, 9-10.
Yeah, he needed that 7 to go down.
Over here, throw the 3 into the 7.
Welcome back to FS1's continuing coverage of the PBA playoffs. That is a man who has been, for the most part tonight, lost. Ball change for Belmo, ahead of his effort in the 6th.
Well, that seemed to have a little bit better shape when it got down to about that 45-foot mark. It came off of the spot a little bit smoother. And staying with the other ball on the left lane. Going much straighter. Last time up on this lane, 4-pin. Wow. Solid 9 on a strike, no bueno. He would have taken the lead with that strike there. Instead, it's 9 spare. And is unable to take advantage of the opening given to him by Chris Prather. Relentless.
Let's take a look at tonight's track technique.
And one of the things I really love about Chris Prather is his head motion. Watch how it starts very level and then it's a gradual decline to the foul line. You could literally put a plate of food on his head and he wouldn't spill a drop. How good is that? When your head stays steady like that, folks, you can keep your eyes on your target. Prather making a ball change now on the left lane. Interesting. Oh,
Go back to your old ball.
3, 6, 9, 10.
Look at that.
And a big react.
Larger than we should see.
Way inside a target, though, I think. That needed to be a little bit closer to 4th arrow. 3, 6, 9, 10. Very tough because of the back pin, the 9-pin. And it looks like, is he going to try to curve it or throw it straight? He's curving it.
And gets it.
Great cover. What could have been if Jason Belmonte would have carried the solid 9 in the 7th frame, he'd be working on a double right now.
His only double came in the 1st and 2nd frames.
Max score Belmonte 225. Max score Prather 224.
Belmo only down 9 despite all these struggles. He's figuring out the right lane.
Yeah, he made that ball change, and the last 2 shots have looked really yummy on that lane. This left lane, however, it's given both players fits.
Also interesting, if we go to a 2-frame roll-off, Jason will be on the right lane.
Well, that's where he'll start, but he has to finish on the left. Disadvantage. Unless he finds a home on this lane. Time for 10 back right here.
Party in the pit. Lead change. Belmo on top.
And look at the lack of emotion being shown by Belmonte.
We saw that back in the round of 16 in that epic match with Kyle Troop. He would not engage with the crowd, would not go too high, would not go too low. It was just beep, beep, beep.
Prather's good lane now, right lane. He struck every shot this game. And all but 1 shot in game 1.
Well, that's a big exhale. That's a big shot. Now, that was one of those moments, Randy, where you would say, kid doesn't quite have it yet. He's getting there, but he's not there. Instead, he steps up with Belmo breathing down his neck.
Well,
and hammers it.
This is going to tell us a lot about Chris Prather right here. This 10th frame on the left lane where he's gotten no more than 6 the last 3 shots on that left lane, first ball. Bucket in the 4th, 3, 6, 7, 10 in the 6th, 3, 6, 9, 10 in the 8th.
One pin affair. The walk away, he loves it.
That was a great shot, but no matter what, remember the score.
Can't shut out Belmo.
Cannot, but this is a great shot, great touch. And the pins cooperated. That puts him in the 2 teens now. That forces Belmonte to get the first strike in the 10th. Everything that Prather does here in the 10th frame, Jason Belmonte must match to win by 1.
Prather just burned his final re-rack.
One more.
Some nice carry going on here in the 10th frame for Prather as he catches a couple light hits. I keep going back to the 7th frame where Belmonte left that solid 9. Otherwise, he would have had a 4-bagger going into the 10th frame.
Prather closes with the ham bone.
What a finish.
Belmo must strike out to win.
And to send it to a roll-off.
224 for Prather. The world's #1 needs 3 straight strikes. There's one.
Isn't this kind of what we expected at the start? Boy, it sure turned into a great match. Is there magic left in those 2 hands? Because he needs 2 more, just like the last one he threw.
Nope.
That shot inside a target.
Upset confirmed.
Thank you. Great bowling.
Class from Belmo. Step aside and let the shark feast on this attention and this magical moment in his career. There's a bullseye on Belmo's back week in and week out, and Prather just took him down. One more showdown to come tonight. Simonson to take on Gomez for a spot in the semis. Plus, we're going to call foul on Randy.
What?
Yep. Time now for this week's Go Bowling with Randy segment. And we're going to talk about what is and isn't a foul.
Oh, this is that foul thing you were alluding to when we went to break. Well, foul is pretty simple. You know, there's that line that we all see as we are nearing the delivery point. And a foul is when a player's body goes beyond the foul line and touches any part of the lane, equipment, or building during or after a delivery. The only exception when it's not a foul.
And it's a good exception.
It really is. Remember when Josh Blanchard, I think his spare ball stuck on his thumb, carried him over the foul line. He tried to stay up. Unfortunately, he hit the oil on the lane, and he went down. And he was across the foul line, but it's not a foul because he never let go of the bowling ball.
All right, we've got another quarterfinal match coming your way. The smooth Andres Gomez taking on the lumberjack Anthony Simonson. Quarterfinal number 2 this Monday on FS1. We welcome you to Bayside Bowl here in Portland, Maine. Another knockdown Monday of PBA action on FS1. Moments ago, Chris Prather with an epic upset, taking down the best bowler on the planet. And he swept him 2-0. Next up, Anthony Simonson, Andres Gomez. Anthony with 1 title this season. Andres, best finish so far, 2nd place.
Number 21 seed from Bogota, Colombia. Give it up for Andres Gomez. The number 4 seed from Little Elm, Texas, Anthony Simonson.
Andres, you were the underdog in the first 2 playoff matches that you had, and some would say you're the underdog again tonight. So how do you plan to defy the odds and take the win?
Well, same thing, you know. I just got to do my thing, got to worry about my game. I really have a good plan for today, and just need to execute and let the pins fall.
And how comfortable are you here in this building with this crowd?
Well, listen, these people are unbelievable. There's nothing in the whole world that it seems like this, so I'm just happy to be here, and I'm just gonna enjoy it.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and good luck. So Anthony, that underdog right there, has taken out some pretty heavy hitters to get to this game and match here with you. So how are you gonna stop his run?
Yeah, I'm just going to go out there and make 10 good shots each game and see where it takes me. The competitor doesn't matter. If I bowl my game, there should be good results.
All right, best of luck to you, too.
Race to 2 points. Earn 1 point for every game you win. If you pull off a sweep like Chris Prather did, you're off to the semifinals. If not, you split the games. You've got a 2-frame roll-off. Your 4 seed, Anthony Simonson, trying to avoid another upset courtesy of Gomez.
And the way in, deep inside line for Anthony Simonson to start things off. But if you thought Chris Prather was a dark horse, what do you call Andres Gomez?
Right, the number 21 seed. He's already taken care of 12 seed Dick Allen, 5 seed E.J. Tackett. Now he's got the 4 seed Simonson in his sights. Yeah, late drop. Go back to the round of 16. Gomez taking on E.J. Tackett. Swept him. The second game by 52 pins. Love that kick of the 10. Back-to-back jacks for Gomez.
Look at those shoulders opening up, Rob, and then him snapping that wrist at the bottom. He's got such a great look on this oil pattern with that soft touch. And I believe that Andres Gomez is the oldest player left in the competition.
At 45 years. Yeah, nothing but strikes so far.
Remember, there was a re-oil after the Belmonte Prather match, so this is fresh oil once again. Players got 5 minutes of practice each.
Talk about Gomez being 45. Simonson, just 22, 23 years difference between these two competitors. Berth in the semifinals on the line.
You know that you and the ball that Anthony Simonson is using,
correct,
are one and the same. Vital.
I'll take it. Red ball at 4.
No, that was back in the Walter Ray days. Remember when we used to sing Red Skies at Night, and then we changed it to Red Ball at 5? And Walter Ray made, I don't know, half a gazillion dollars doing that.
Red ball at 5. Red ball at 5.
Oh. Marvel Pearl on the right lane, Tour Edition on the left lane for Andres Gomez. And Andres Gomez, the Dragon Slayer, is off to a perfect start. Do you like that?
I like the Olays.
Let's take a look at how these two are playing the left lane. Andres Gomez certainly way right of where Anthony Simonson is. Same result. And that's the difference in power and rev rate and speed. This man's got great touch, and he's got some confidence now. Oh my.
Hambone! Gomez has got the first 4 strikes in this match. Should he or anybody else tonight roll a perfect game, everybody in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. You know how to do it, Randy?
Tell me.
Here's how you get your free game. Simply head to gobowling.com and register for the Go Bowling Free America promotion. Ooh, that's a quick trot out.
Spare ball?
Yep.
Nope. Ball
Something.
change. Ball change coming. Spare ball in the left lane. There's the spare ball.
That a 22-year-old did not hesitate. Didn't like that shot. In the 4th frame, calls a quick audible. 3-6-10 has to get dropped first. It's taken care of 80% of the time on the tour, and that's cleaned up. Here's tonight's Columbia 300 fun fact. 12 of the 24 players in our initial PBA playoffs field have won at least one major title in their career, including Anthony Simonson. It's cool. We were talking to Anthony not too long ago. You know, hey, tell us about Portland. It's his 4th year that he's been here, and he said the easiest way to describe bowling here at Bayside Bowl, come here.
Yeah.
Just come here.
Oh, boy. Trouble.
And a lot of people have come here. By the way, we're going to get to this in just a second, but there's folks from Indianapolis who flew in here just to watch the PBA playoffs, planning on being back here in early June for the semis and the championship as well.
Well, it's a big party. It's a great city. It's a bowling center unlike any other, and fans unlike anywhere else in the world.
Let's see what they do if he can convert this 2-4-10.
Oh, throw a backup ball at it. Backup ball, reverse curve for the player, depending on what hand they're throwing it with. Notice how it's rotating like he threw it with his left hand.
Gomez in early control of this one, particularly after that open frame from Simonson. That one never looked like it had a chance.
Yeah, it looked like it was hooking as soon as it hit the floor and never got to the right. He missed about a board and a half to the inside, and he goes through the nose, but he only leaves the 6-10. He's got a big lead, and all he has to do is continue to fill frames.
Manage the game.
Yep. Clean your plate.
So 4 strikes and a spare for Gomez, up 36. So we get ready to start the 6th. The winner to take on Chris Prather. Saturday, June 1st on Fox. Semifinals of the PBA playoffs. More quarterfinal action next Monday night. Malott, O'Neill, Barrett, Ration action. Messenger just nestles up next to the 10. Just nuzzles it.
Just kind of snuggles up to the 10, not strong enough to get your favorite pin out of there. But look at how the 6 pin just kind of gets sliced to the wall.
Never touched it. Gomez clean through 6, the lead at 35. He's already notched 2 upsets. Mr. Gomez working on a 3rd. Early indications are yes. PBA playoffs from Bayside Bowl. Roll on. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler back here with you from Portland, Maine. Every weekday morning, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, they go head-to-head, toe-to-toe on the day's hottest sports topics. It's undisputed. Weekdays, 9:30 a.m. to noon Eastern. That's a long show, only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
Hey, Rob, who do you think would win in an arm wrestling contest, me or Shannon Sharp?
I don't... Shannon. 100% Shannon.
Yeah.
Left arm, right arm, doesn't matter.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Me using 2 arms.
By the way, have you... Shannon's wardrobe closet?
Yeah.
Strong.
Stellar?
Yeah. I walk through it often, and I'm like, hey, where did... No, can't... you flip over the labels? Like, no chance.
Oh, my.
Yeah, no chance. Take a look at your Strike Track 3D.
Gomez, red ball. Simonson, blue ball. This is on the left lane. Break point. Gomez just a little bit left. And obviously, because of more angle, the difference in entry angle. With the launch and the arrow position, much different for the 2 players. Simonson just made a ball change on the right lane, Rob.
Now here he is on the left. Yeah! And the lumberjack cuts you down to size.
Made a ball change on that lane as well. And gives Andres Gomez something to think about. I love this reaction. Listen. Guy looks like he could wrestle a bear, huh? It's a burly, barrel-chested, bearded lumberjack kind of kid.
Exactly. He leaps from tree to tree, floating down the mighty rivers of British Columbia in his spare time.
Yeah,
Gomez responds. I mean, this guy has not been phased at all here at the PBA playoffs.
No.
You know, won his opening match by 37 pins against Dick Allen. E.J. Tackett swept him in the round of 16.
I got a chance to hang out with Andres Gomez for about 5 days in Mexico. We were both doing some work, and we flew into Mexico City, then went to Veracruz and Guadalajara. And it was a great trip, and hung out, ate, had a blast. And I got to know him really well on that trip. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I like him a lot. There's a double for the Colombian. He's got himself a nice little business in South Florida as well. Owns 3 pro shops there.
6 to the sidewall. Kick save on the 10 and a beauty.
6 total strikes for Gomez.
And you know what? That's his answer to Simonson's double. It's exactly what you have to do. Simonson thought he was going to get right back in this, and Andre stepped up and said, not so fast, my friend.
3 in a row. Is it too late, though? Deficit down to 25.
2 frames left, 25 pins. It's starting to look like it's too late. Max score 242 for Simonson, 267 for Andres Gomez.
And you would say, all right, you know, Rob, Simonson definitely does have a chance.
Yeah.
But then you look at Gomez and you see what he's done, and he's never been in danger.
Oh, I mean, if Simonson strikes here, he's one open frame from Andres Gomez of being right in it.
Jerk.
Left
the jerk.
Get it a little to the right, it's going to hook. Miss a little in, play right there. So stupid. So stupid.
And he's not referring to himself.
Behind it, doesn't strike.
He sarcastically said, "My bad," after he walked back from this shot.
He hates the 10-pin as much as I do.
Yes, and I think all right-handers do up.
Red ball at 10.
Good call, my friend. Well, it's all but over. We're just waiting for that lady to sing here in game 1.
Yeah, the 2-hand push away.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, he's disgusted. He should
Right.
be. And he was saying, oh, if I get it a little too far to the right, it overhooks. If I get it in, it lays there. And so I throw it right there, and it ring 10s.
Yep.
He says, it's stupid. This is stupid.
It's only game 1 of 2.
I agree. I hear you, bro. I hear you. And that's the only thing that's going to stop Andres Gomez is that little quitter 10. But if he continues to get the 10-pin out, he's going to be tough to beat.
I love the quitter 10. That's the only 10 I like, the quitter 10. And I only like it because of the name.
Well, it stands there like it's collecting unemployment.
It's lazy.
I mean, look at it. It's
lazy.
doing nothing.
Lazy 10. Can't you get off the wood and do something with your life? Why are you always down in the basement playing those video games? 10-pin. Don't you interact? Get off your phone. Get outside, get some fresh air, play. Call your grandma, FaceTime her. Mow the lawn. Cook a meal. Head to the library. Do some community service, 10-pin.
Leave him alone. He's on a roll.
I do hate the 10-pin. It really annoys me.
I'm being told he needs 8 pins. Look out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my.
I mean, he got 8.
That was wide right. Missed it by that much.
Wowzers.
Wow, Dawes.
Wowzer. Yeah, I'll give you a double wow. For the win, that was for the win in the opening game. Here it is. That looks like a shot I could throw.
Yeah.
And have thrown. Did it clean it up? Yeah. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Not Gomez's best shot by any stretch, but 8 is good enough. He takes game 1 against Anthony Simonson. Game 2 coming up next. Anthony Simonson down 1-0 in our race to 2 here in tonight's second quarterfinal match at the PBA playoffs. Gomez up first as we start game 2. Game 1, Gomez started with the opening 4. Starts this one with the strike as well.
A little bit better than the last time we saw him throw it on that lane. Where it looked
Slightly.
like it was going in the right gutter. But it stayed on and got 8, and that was enough. More than enough. Now, what is Simonson going to do? What kind of adjustments?
Way right.
Oh, boy. You know, this is a bit reminiscent of our last match.
Everybody else?
The two-hander, Belmonte struggling to find consistency. Simonson struggling to find consistency. The parallel being they both throw it with 2 hands and no thumb. Andres Gomez uses his thumb. Chris Prather uses his thumb. They were able to put a different touch on the bowling ball and find a much better path.
Is that all it is?
Yes.
It's hard to have that quote-unquote touch with the 2 hands?
Well, it's tougher to reduce rev rate when you're throwing it with 2 hands than it is when you're using your thumb.
How do you try to slow down the rev rate if you're going with 2 hands?
Well, what I've seen from the two-handers is they take a little bit of the cup out of their wrist. But it's much easier to do with your thumb in it. So easier to increase rev rate with no thumb, easier to decrease with your thumb. You see how his ball's breaking loose right there at the end? Right there, like 5 feet in front of, 10 feet in front of the head pin. And Gomez is nice and smooth as it enters the pocket. Just very critical. So it looks to me like the same reaction that Belmonte had early, where if he misses right, it's light. If he misses left, it's heavy.
This is not going well for the two-handers tonight here in Portland. Seven spare for Simonson.
Simo, the last of the two-handers left in the competition.
Gomez was right as well.
Oh, went long.
Lazy coming around the corner for Andres Gomez.
Too much for Rob.
It's funny how so many of the fans in the back made the same facial expression that Andres did.
It's kind of universal, isn't it?
Look out. Okay. I know you love that.
You're not allowed to scare me with your lookouts unless something bad is really going to happen.
That wasn't that far from him missing the back pin. Simonson to the bag for another bowling ball.
You know, here's what I'll say about Simonson. I give him bonus points right now for making quick decisions.
Absolutely. It's a two-game match, man. Get after it.
Because we've seen in the past people waiting far too long to go to the bag and say, I got to do something.
And end up costing him. That was really good. There we go. Let's go, Mez. You like that?
I like it when it's chanted in unison by lots of people. It's not as impactful when it's just one human being saying it.
All right. Simonson, another ball change on this lane? I didn't see it. Yep.
All right, Juice Box gets that one to drop. Again, they chant Juice here and call him Juice Box because he's so young. He drinks juice boxes still. Gomez responds. Lazy good for nothing 10.
Your friend, the deadbeat.
I'm so happy the 10-pin doesn't have feelings and isn't a human and doesn't have parents.
You beat it up.
Because we are killing it. We are crushing that 10-pin.
You know, they have tournaments specifically for that. They're called no-tap tournaments. So a tap in bowling is anything that's considered a tap when you could have struck easily. So like that shot right there, he left that 10-pin. Well, it looked like that should have struck, but instead he left the 10-pin. Well, in no tap, 9 or better counts as a strike.
It's like gimmies on putts almost.
Yeah.
I gotta find that league.
So around the states, they'll make tournaments specific just for that. So if you leave a solid 8, it's still a strike. So 9 counts just the same as 10, and it's called no tap. Now, keep in mind that with good bowlers, the scores are significantly higher.
Gomez going after the 10. Oh, he missed it! He left his skinny jeans at the hotel and he missed it.
Back-to-back 10 pins. He misses that one, and all of a sudden, The tides have turned. And Anthony Simonson, he's got a 19-pin lead. Trailing
off a double.
Trailing 0-1. And looking to tie it up and go to a roll-off.
A lumberjack cranks it up and cuts it down.
20-board feed on the right lane. She's going sideways like a madman.
I don't know if that's a good thing. The last time I did that, I didn't strike for a few frames after.
Simonson can now max out with a 277 in this must-win game. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and bowls all day. The lumberjack just mowing his way through the forest of Portland, Maine right now in this must-win second game. Simonson, Gomez finish and settle their score next on FS1. Bring you inside the Bayside Bowl, the Thunderdome of American bowling in the Colombian. Andres Gomez, everything going his way in game number one. Rolled his way to a 27-pin victory with 7 strikes, including the opening 4. But now, following an open frame, he's down 39 to Simonson. Just his 3rd strike here of game number 2.
He hasn't bowled a bad game. I mean, he left the 2-8 in the second, and then he left that ringing 10 in the 4th. He made it, and then he left another 10-pin behind it, and then he missed it. Problem is, Simonson's got a 4-bagger as that ball splits the 8-9.
It's very graceful.
Yeah, he kind of
on and off the lanes.
Yeah. He kind of glides to the foul line. Rumor has it he's so smooth he can slide uphill.
Through the nose.
Looking more and more like we're going to have another roll-off.
Sure is. We did not have a roll-off. Oh, nice pickup. We did not have a roll-off earlier tonight when Prather shut out Jason Belmonte 2 points to 0.
Made it the hard way.
Yep. Took the 3-pin for a ride. For the man who hates lying in skim milk.
I don't.
Flow Bowling is the exclusive home of PBA Extra Frame and features live streaming of all Go Bowling, PBA Tour, and PBA 50 Tour events. Live coverage of the Northern California Classic. It starts May 26th. Get your subscription right now by clicking on the Flow Bowling link at PBA.com.
The idea now is to get lined up for the roll-off, right?
Kicks out the 2-pin from the backside. You go to the roll-off. You start on the lane you ended on.
Yes, sir. Takes his thumb insert out of the ball he's using on the right lane, puts it into the ball he's using on the left lane. shot for Andres. It gives him confidence moving forward to the roll-off. He knows what his bowling ball will do on both lanes.
Double there for Gomez. Nice tight look. Yeah, that's the smooth look, approach, follow-through we've been seeing for a majority of this tournament from Gomez. Got away from him briefly there. Looks like it's returning and in the nick of time. The Lumberjack, though, in position to try and close this one out.
Locked in.
Slingshot. Engaged. Seven for the point, and to force a roll-off.
High. Brooklyn.
He gets the point, but he clearly wanted it in a more encouraging fashion there in the 10th.
Well, the last thing you want to see is your ball going Brooklyn right before a roll-off, but the good news is he starts on this left lane. He's going to get another shot or two. He's probably going to move farther left and really increase his angle. Oh, yeah, now he's in front of the ball return. Yep. Modify his approach to about 2.5 steps. And there's the change. Solid 9.
He is touching the ball return.
Yeah, well,
his ankle and calf are right there next to it.
Yep, right in front of it.
Fast track things right now. Late kick there, the 10 for Gomez. This match done and dusted as we're going to go to our 2-frame roll-off, but we're going to let the two competitors finish up their full game. Look how close he is.
Yep.
I mean, he's almost pushing off on it. That's an awkward landing there with his left foot, too.
Well, he takes a couple of steps backward, like these little mini steps backwards, little shuffle steps, and then he tries to mimic his last couple of steps into the foul line.
Strike for Gomez on the right. That's where he'll start our 2-frame roll-off. Simonson, right up next to it.
So that's his first step, second step, and then 3 steps into the foul line. We see all of our players that are really good from playing way in. They all are able to modify their approaches to be able to stand in front of the bar return, and then a lot of them loft it over the left gutter cap.
Not the shot and result Gomez wanted to see on his last effort there on that right lane before our 2-frame roll-off.
I think that was a tester.
Okay. Bell rung. Time for our roll-off. Charlie Mitchell, co-proprietor here, ringing the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, by PBA playoff rules, this match must be decided by a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Anthony Simonson will start the roll-off on the left lane. He'll bowl 1 frame. After that, Andres will come over to the right lane. He'll bowl a frame on the right lane and a frame on the left frame. Then Anthony will finish up on the right lane. There's a 60 points or pins available for this match. Good luck, gentlemen.
The 22-year-old from Little Elm, Texas, steps up, trying to get him closer and closer to that $100,000 payday.
Yeah. Wow. Look at the angle, the red line. Look at that angle into the pocket. It's like sliding for about 45 feet, and then it looks like somebody kicks it left.
Well, that red line is starting essentially in the gutter.
You ever see him curve it like that, like for a penalty kick in soccer?
Yeah, you can bend it, you know, put a little banana effect on it. Gomez, the 13-year pro, steps up for his effort here in the first frame of our two-frame roll-off.
Yeah. You can tell the body language was, that was the I hope I get that quitter 10
I hope hop.
I hope I get the quitter 10 out.
Again, lazy, useless 10. Doesn't even make an effort to do anything with itself in life.
Missed it again.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Andres.
The things we've seen tonight. I mean, it started with the struggles by Jason Belmonte. And then Gomez, just so reliable.
Just loses a little focus, and that's all it takes.
Amazing.
His max score now is only 39. Simonson would just need spare strike in the 10th to win by 1, and that's if Andres strikes out. There's one.
Oh, he's going to be thinking about that miss of the lazy 10.
Why not take a re-rack here?
Are people chugging flamingos in the background while Gomez is shooting?
I was just going to say something. Is that guy drinking a flamingo? All right, one more. He'll get 39. Simonson, spare strike. He's going to move on to the semis. Strike first ball, he moves on to the semis. And it just goes to show you how big that miss is, because a spare, he's got 50. And Simonson would have to get 2 in the 10th. Beautiful shot.
3 in a row to close. Finishes with a 39.
And if you had one do-over.
Yeah.
And think about it. It was the quitter 10 that he left, and then he whiffed it. Anything can happen, though, Rob, when you're playing this type of angle. One little mistake, and it could be 5 or 6 through the nose. Not this time.
Gorgeous.
Maybe the best 22-year-old I've ever seen. He is so good. But what he did against Belmonte at the Players' Championship, the way he played that oil pattern was just magical. He tricked his bowling ball up and played a part of the lane nobody else played.
Gets the win. The Lumberjack goes out for seafood and orders turf and turf. Simonson off to the semis.
Gotta stay with it, baby. Gotta stay with it.
So the 22-year-old from Texas, Anthony Simonson, moves on. It was a nightmarish first game for him against Gomez, but he was able to rally in the second, forced the roll-off, and he was dominant there, particularly after the miss. More quarterfinal coverage coming your way next Monday. Malott, O'Neal, Barrett, and Rash right here on FS1. The Big Nasty and the Real Deal Bill O'Neill will bat leadoff in that one. So 2 of our 4 semifinal spots have been booked. Most figured Jason Belmonte would be a no-brainer on that list. Chris Prather shut out number 1 to move on. The Shark